Okay, before I shoot texture on this patch is the All DAP. I'm gonna call it the All DAP. It's the little kit that I got from Walmart. It said it covered up to a 5" by 5" patch. So I have 2 coats of hot mud. No, I'm sorry. I have 2 coats of the mud that it came with, the DAP product, and then it cracked a little bit. And so I put mesh tape that I had, and I put 1 more coat of the DAP. So I do not have any hot mud on there. I'm sorry. There's no hot mud. This is everything that came in the kit. So I have a little bit of a hump, but I also have humps on the other ones. It's just the nature because it's patch drywall. So I just want to say that, you know, it did come out pretty good. I mean, it came out just as good as the other ones, I would say. Probably for a lot less. I'm a lot less into this one for materials and tools than I would be on my other 4 patches that I'm gonna have samples of. So my overall is, I don't know, maybe like a 95 out of 100. I mean, it covered it. It did what it needed to do. It patched it. I didn't have to buy any drywall. I didn't have to screw anything. I used the little mesh tape that it came with. I used the DAP compound that it came with. I did upgrade a 3" plastic knife. It came with the 2" plastic knife. But overall, I mean, I'm pretty impressed by what it did, you know, and just making sure that the edges are sanded for when we do this texture. So, you know, I wouldn't knock it. I think it came out pretty well for the price, especially if you're doing repairs yourself. Okay, so we're set up to hit this DAP patch. As you can see, I did the masking like I was talking about. I built a little box for it, or a little house, so when I spray it, I wanted to stay with the inside of it. I've also set up over here, I was practicing first, some extra pieces of brown paper, because what I'm using today is a can, okay? You might have seen in another video, I used an acoustical can from when I made a hole in the ceiling. You can watch that video, but anyways, so we're gonna use this. I'm not a big fan of these, I'm just not. I mean, the acoustical one came out pretty good, so maybe I'll be surprised. I mean, the acoustical one actually came out really good, so I might be surprised. But what I do like about this can, first of all, you can get these at the big box store, Home Depot or Lowe's. I want to say about 30, 35 bucks. They're a lot bigger than they were back in the day. What's cool about this one is this has an adjustable knob. So if you have a ceiling patch, you can, without having to like be up there, just this little thing, and that's pretty cool, okay? The other thing is you can do, this is an orange peel. I know it's backwards, sorry. It's an orange peel, but you can do heavy, medium, or a mist or a light by changing this. So that's what I was practicing over here, because this is like a heavy orange peel or a light splatter, medium splatter. So we're gonna spray it and then we're gonna see how it looks, okay? So you gotta shake the can. You gotta shake it. Again, I have it set for the wall. I'm just gonna go straight at it. I shook it up for a couple minutes. I practiced over here. And what you want to do with this, you want to keep moving it. Okay, because if you leave it in one spot, and this is going to be for any texturing, whether it's the spray guns, whether it's a can, whether it's a pump sprayer, if you leave it, it causes what we call craters or puddling. And so that just, it makes it drip, it makes it saggy, it makes it have like what it looks like on the moon. So you don't want that, right? So, okay, we're shook up. Let me shut up. Let me spray it, okay? So I'm just gonna move back and forth. Okay, we're gonna leave that. I'm gonna let that set up and then we'll come back and check it out. In the meanwhile, we're gonna get to these other patches. Okay, while I was setting up for the other patches to shoot the other patches, I noticed that it's matched up pretty good. Okay, hold on. This DAP is literally what I use to make the patch. I'm using DAP to spray it. So, all right, DAP, you know, DAP you up, right? Anyways, stupid, I get it. Anyways, okay, so it matched it pretty good, but maybe because of the compound or whatever, it sucked a lot of it up. It sucked it up. One thing you can do to your patches is you could prime them. I mean, there's just more time, more material, but it wouldn't suck up the texture so much. But because it did, it had time to set up while I was masking off for these other patches. So I'm just gonna shoot it again. I'm gonna give it another shot and See if we can get it closer to the texture that's on the wall. Because the texture on the wall we did with the machine. So this is, we're just using a can. Okay, now I'm going to leave that. We're going to get back to those other ones.